Okay, we better get started. As much as we would like to say that it's too uncomfortable to have released on this is what women are up against. And this is what we're dealing with.
Yeah. So if we didn't have the mother that we needed or the mother that we wanted.
Who did, really?
We need to seek it from elsewhere if we didn't have it. We're all, mothers get a bad rap as well. Yeah. I mean, everything's the mother's fault.
Even when we have our parents, and especially when we don't, it's so important for us to parent the human within. Mm-hmm. And in the sense of to see that person as whole, complete, and perfect. Mm-hmm. To see our beauty inside of everything that we do.
Be sure to subscribe below not to miss any episodes and to catch the rest of the series on the Wild Woman superpowers as well. The one that came before here was Instinct, and now here we are with the Internal Mother.
They're pretty damn good. I must say so myself.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth McLeod. I'm the author and illustrator of the Wild Woman Mystery Cards and the founder of Wild Woman Enchanted and teacher and student of all things magical.
And I'm Sarah Sahota, and I'm a speaker and a life artist.
And we're here today to talk about the Wild Woman superpower called Internal Mother. And when I wrote this article, it was very interesting to uncover where that power lived. And what was determining that power. Mm-hmm. With the internal mother, you know that sometimes, depending on what you need and how you are evolving, that sometimes your internal mother must change. Sometimes it's good to coddle and smile and keep you protected. And yet you know that there are times that this is not always good for the soul, to hold back or play it safe. Sometimes a shove or nudge of brisk energy, risk or thrill, is also the rule of the internal mother within.
Wild Woman knows that if she is to express herself and her gifts, she must learn the ways of changing mothers. It's so interesting to use the word mother with us, right? I am a mother, you're not. We've both lost our mothers. So mother in itself has so many words, but I love how it says, that there may be time to coddle and look after yourself. And what I hear is that there's this internal way of mothering who we are at all times. I love that you also say, the times when playing it safe isn't good for our soul, because that's just as important. And
I have to say, and I'm hesitating to say this, but I think I might take the risk of saying that I actually am a mother. Mm-hmm. I'm a mother because I raised my family, my original family. I was the caretaker in that family, and I was the one who took care of my mother right through into her death. Mm-hmm. So I was a mother in that way. But I also made a decision when I was 28 not to have children. And what that was for me was, I'm not going to have children because I don't want to pass the pain of my world on to somebody else without me having it sort of handled. Yeah. So I thought to myself, well, if I get this handled enough so that I don't pass my stuff on to this child that comes in, then I will then revisit this decision. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But part of that in me in saying that is that I felt like a mother because I took care of my children before they were actually born. Yes. I made a very conscious decision. It was like an ultimate sacrifice because I'm very good with kids. I always thought I would have kids. And I've been mother to many of my friends' children. So I think there's many definitions of mother. Yes. I'm not a mother with an actual child. I have 4 leggets at the moment, but I don't have an actual human child walking around. And I think that sometimes, and some people just simply aren't mothers, whether they have kids or not.
Yes, totally. I struggle with it.
Yeah.
I'm an independent. Yeah. I want to fly free.
Yeah. It's such a loaded term that I'm almost hesitant to even oh my gosh, what should we even say here? Because there's a big depth to this. But there is a way of finding that internal mother if you never had the mother that you needed to have. Yeah. And a lot of us don't get met in the same way because we're individuals, we're all unique, right? Yeah. Because mothers get a bad rap, and then you give yourself your own bad rap. Well, gee,
of course you do every day. Yeah, and as a definition of mother, I birthed a child. Every day is such a challenge. Every day I say to myself, today's going to be the day that I sit and play Lego and I just give him everything he ever wanted. Right. And then he's home from school and I'm cleaning the kitchen, and he says, Mom, can you play Lego? And I say, I just got to unload the dishwasher. And then the next thing you know, I'm cleaning the kitchen, and I'm doing the laundry, and I'm, getting stuff ready, and I'm running around, I'm answering my phone, and then he says, Mom, can you play? And I'm like, just a minute. And then I put him to bed, and I leave his bedroom, and I close the door, and this is, I think, what's there for us every day is the experience of I didn't do what I knew meant the most to this human.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And anything that I could have done was not more important than that. And I still didn't do it. So tomorrow. And I think this is what drives mothers to the breaking point, is that tomorrow comes and the phone rings and you have to go to the grocery store and you need to run errands and you get home and it's bedtime. Yeah. And yet again, you didn't do it. And then what's my child going to say at 15, 20? Mom, I just wish you'd played with me.
Yeah.
And I'm the one that's going to know that he didn't get what he needed because my kitchen was clean and my phone was answered and my things were done and I was tired and grumpy and hungry and, I had stuff to do. And I think that as a mother now, the compassion and the forgiveness that I have for mother in its entirety is so huge and encompassing, because I think to myself how much it hurts every mother's heart when she fails herself.
Yeah.
Never mind when her child turns around and says, you failed me.
Yeah.
Or the world turns around and says, you failed.
Yeah.
We've already done that to ourselves.
We have, and I think that's what in my decision of not to have children.
Yeah.
As a woman, we grow up and we're told that we're born into this school that says you're going to grow up and you're going to have children.
That's right.
And that's just what you do.
That's
and
right.
I chose not to do that, and that excludes me from a lot of places.
That's right.
It excludes me from the definition of what a mother is. It excludes me from doing things with people, even family, because I don't
And some
have
women
kids.
can't have kids. And what that does, this is like a can
of
worms.
But
And
it's not, that's what the whole point of the internal mother is
Yes.
that it's not just this definition of children.
That's right.
We are our own child.
Yes.
We need to learn how to mother her. Even if I had a child, and which I think I do in a parallel universe, I have two, but even if I do, that's another episode. But even if I did, I would want a large community around me so that those children, it's not even taking a village. They need the different aspects and the different qualities of what mothers can give, because we're all different and we're all unique. You can't give your child everything. It was a very conscious decision. To make a decision at 28 to say I'm not going to have children for the reasons that I did, it wasn't common. And if it was common, it wasn't being talked about.
Yeah.
And I hesitate even to put it out here. Part of me says, let's not do this episode, we'll do another one, so that we don't have to talk about it, because it's that kind of a topic where you get judged.
There's so much judgment under that rug, and we just do not lift that rug because we are just unwilling to put ourselves in that position and allow us to be that place, because that's the place where uniqueness lives, where we can be in alignment. And this is our power. Our power is we will say what there is to say because we know we're not alone.
Yeah, well, and I look at this and I think Wild Woman Mystery Cards, all those characters, I'm the mother of those.
Of course.
I've birthed those. For me, the world is my mother. And I am mother to the world.
Yeah.
And so that is my role in this society, in this lifetime, for me.
What are your experiences of being a mother? I bet you we get the most comments we've ever had on this episode. What's your experiences of being a mother? Whether you are, aren't, consider yourself one, don't consider. Take that all aside and share this with us.
Yes, I want to pull a card. Just
please,
So actually, why don't you pull a card? And I'm going to pull a card as well. You're pulling a card? And I'm pulling a card. So you got Snake Woman. So shedding your skin and letting go of all that guilt that you have.
Here it is,
Yay,
ladies.
Hooray, yay, hooray. And mine is the void, listening to the spirit. I heard a little voice that said, no, this isn't what your plan is. You're going to have to let go of what society thinks and do your thing.
Yeah, right? And I'm just still slithering my way through this. I'm like, shed that.
Yeah, it's a big job.
I really cannot wait to see what kind of comments come out of this. And
Yeah.
subscribe, please.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to stop talking about these things, and we want you to be with us
Yes.
so you can have some compassion
Yeah.
for your own self as a mother or not, or as an internal mother,
Yeah.
and all the spaces that you fill in that realm.
That's exactly right. And if you want the free download that goes with this episode, then just click on the link below and you can have it for yourself. You are not alone. It is a big topic and important that we talked about it. So thank you for hanging in. And thank you for listening to my story. For me, it felt like very vulnerable. I know for Sarah it was. I felt like a very vulnerable topic, and I just want to honor you in expressing that. I want to cry, and allowing me to express that too. So I think that it's a deep honor. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, and I honor your internal mother.
Yeah, I honor yours as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks for being on this journey with me.
Thank you. Thank you for being on this journey with me. And thank you for being here too.
Thanks for witnessing our journey
I honor your
and allowing us to witness yours.
Great. Take care.